Well, Harvey Weinstein not planning to take the stand in his own defense during his sex crimes trial in New York City. Court resumes today. We're expecting the defense to rest. Jurors will then hear closing arguments before they begin with deliberations. The retrial started back on April 23rd and involves rape and sex assault accusations from 3 women. Weinstein has pleaded not guilty. Joining us now is Michelle Thomas, trial attorney. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And Weinstein reportedly wanted to testify, but his team said no. Why would a defense team choose to keep their client off the stand?
I tell you, almost every criminal defense lawyer is going to want to keep their client off the stand. If there's a risk of the client lying, of impugning their own credibility, and in this case, you wouldn't want Weinstein to testify, which could open the door to more prior bad acts during a rigorous cross-examination. So in a case like this, it's better for him to keep his mouth closed.
Do juries ever interpret a defendant's silence as a sign of guilt, even if the judge instructs them not to?
Well, technically, they're not supposed to. They are instructed to not hold silence against them. We have a Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. However, jurors are people. And so the likelihood of them saying or wondering, why wouldn't he testify if he's allegedly innocent, certainly, I'm sure, would cross the jurors' minds.
This is the second time Weinstein has faced these charges in New York. What's different this time around, and what's the same?
Well, one of the critical differences is that they're focusing on less accusers. In the first trial, they talked about multiple women, some of whom were not in the original indictment, and that's one of the reasons why his original case was overturned. Here, they're narrowing the focus and focusing on only about 3 women who are accusers.
Once the jury gets this case, what factors are they likely to weigh the most heavily on during deliberations?
Well, one of the leading factors is credibility of the witnesses. They're going to take a look at what the motives possibly are of the witnesses' testimony, any inconsistencies in the witnesses' testimony. They're going to, I think, take a heavy look at the experts' testimony, which we have in this case, which I don't think we had in the first case, about the trauma and the impact to victims of sexual assault or violence. And so those are going to be some of the critical, I think, factors for this jury.
Michelle Thomas, trial attorney, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And stay with CBS News New York as we follow today's proceedings. We will have all the latest information on closing arguments and potential jury deliberations on our website, cbsnewyork.com.